And the one thing I know about AB, he's going to work extremely hard, man. He's one of the hardest workers that I've ever been around in the game of football. Comes in early, stays late after practice, goes to the jug machine, catches about 300 or 400 balls. I think he'll be an example of what to do in terms of on the football field for, the guys around him. And there's not one guy for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers who's the feature receiver, a guy who's going to go catch, 5 or 6 balls for 100 and something odd yards every week. The ball distribution has been there. They spread the ball around the way it's supposed to be spread around, and that's because of Tom and his knowledge of the offense, as they continue to move forward and get better. And I think Antonio will fit right in. I mean, he does some great things, and you can play him at any position. So, 1 week he may be a decoy. The next week he may be the feature receiver, and that's just the way the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense is built right now. So, this is a great fit for this team, and I think Antonio understands this is the team concept that's going to be on full display, and he has to fall in.
You were there in Pittsburgh with him. Was there a team concept in Pittsburgh?
We had our issues in the beginning, Antonio and myself. One, because, we didn't have a chance to really get to gel and spend time together throwing a football in the preseason. I got there fairly late. So when I started to play, Antonio wanted the ball. He wanted me to throw it to him. And every time I went back and watched the game and watched the film over and over again, I second-guessed myself on a lot of situations, and I felt like I should have thrown the ball to Antonio a lot more. He was open way more than I thought, and he was a lot better than what I thought he was at the time. And then I look at the fact that him and Ben had spent a lot of time together. He was always, talking to Ben. They was always communicating on the same page, and I really had a lot of respect for that relationship that they had, and it was all because of Antonio. Being proactive, wanting more, asking to do more, and demanding the ball at the same time. So, it wasn't always pretty, but for the most part, when I was there, Mike Tomlin was able to keep him in check and Ben.
Well, I mean, why we got to keep a grown man in check? I mean, think about it. As hard as he worked off the field, he worked equally as hard as tearing that team apart. He did the exact same thing when he got to the Oakland Raiders. Now, me personally, as a player, I'm all about harmony. I'm all about keeping the locker room as a young guy, understanding, working my way. Because I was a 6th-round draft pick just like Antonio Brown. I worked my way up and became one of the team leaders in the locker room. But I also understood that I had certain privileges. But the thing is that what the great players understand is that they never abuse those privileges. Could I have been late a minute or two? Sure. Could I have been late to practice a minute or two? Sure. But I didn't want the younger guys to say, well, hey, if I ever get like Shannon Sharpe, if I become an all-pro, if I become this type of player, I can do this. I wanted to set an example, but that's not how he thinks. He thought about Antonio. And for me, as a player, I wouldn't want him on my team. Now, I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve a second chance. Tom vouched for him. Bruce Arians says, okay, come on in, but not me. Now, let me tell you what's going to happen. And I don't know how many people know this, but before I sat up here, 15 years ago, I was in the NFL. I played 14 years. Let me tell you how the locker room worked. Let me tell you how the receiver, because I was a receiver and a tight end. Now, I've been the guy for a while. I'm used to getting my balls. Hey, Skip, I like to get fed too. My grandpa used to say, hey, I get fed first. You know what I'm saying? I've been here the longest. I'm the man. I get fed first. Nobody ate before Papa. We understood that. Mike Evans says, hold on, I've been here the longest. Now, he's already not getting his allotment of balls that he used to getting.
Still getting the most balls.
He's still getting them,
but not like
he used to.
All right.
Chris Godwin said, hold on. Skip Bayless said I was the highest graded receiver on Pro Football Focus.
Yep.
I only caught 1 pass. Scotty Miller said I was doing my thing. People starting to say, hey, Scotty Miller, he looking like a Julian Edelman, a Wes Welker, a Danny Amendola. Now, all of a sudden, AB comes in. Gronk said, I'm getting my little plays, too. Now, don't forget about me. I'm getting my little plays, too. Now, here come AB, and they force-feed AB. Mike Vick, you've been in locker rooms. You know how that look. You played with Roddy White. You played with Algie Crumpler. You know what's going to happen. When they start feeding AB that ball, you already know what's going to happen, Mike. Tell the people at home what's going to happen, Mike.
Well, fortunately for me, I got those guys when they was young. So I was able to school them out and coach them. And really be hard on them when I needed to. They wasn't distractions. They didn't care about getting the ball, to their credit. And, the thing for Antonio right now, what's the one thing that he's missing? He's missing a championship. He's missing a championship to solidify, his path to Canton. And if he can come in and do it right this time around, things can be different for him. So, I think he's going to approach it with a totally different perspective. I think his appreciation for the game of football is going to be different. And obviously, the core principles and values that he's learned over the last 8 games, over the last year and a half, translate to him on and off the field being a success. So I think he's going to have the utmost respect for Tom, B.A., Byron, and the rest of the team, because all eyes is on Antonio, and we're going to be watching his every move, and he knows that.
I hope you're right. I really hope you're right.
You do not hope.
No, I hope he's right, Skip, because I know there's not another chance after this.
Well, obviously not.
That's what I'm saying, Skip. I hope this is
But a big
last
part of you would like to see Brady fail, so you want to see AB help Brady fail.
No. I want Brady to play well, because I don't want you to have an excuse. Because, see, then you will have an out. You always have an out when Brady loses. It was the defense, or this guy did that. You will never give anybody else credit.
I will never say it's AB's fault.
No. I ain't talking about AB. Okay. I'm talking about the other team. You won't give them the credit.
All right. I would like to publicly thank Michael Vick for that powerful endorsement of Antonio Brown joining Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. It was beautifully done, and it touched my heart, because I believe in what Michael Vick just said. I believe this is going to work. As high risk as it is, I give Shannon, it's high risk, because they are 6-2, and something's going pretty well right now,
really
right?
Well.
Okay.
Yes.
But it's going to work for 3 reasons. Number one, the GOAT, Tom Brady, he guaranteed it to Bruce Arians. It's like you co-sign on a big loan for your buddy, right?
Yeah.
You co-signed.
You're responsible.
Okay, you are responsible. Number 2, this is the first time in Antonio's career he has not been crucial to the success of the team he's about to play for. He was obviously crucial to Pittsburgh's success, and he knew it.
Right.
And he was crucial to the Oakland Raiders' success, because he was going to be their godsend. He was going to take them up to a Super Bowl level, and you know what happened fairly quickly.
Yep.
He was crucial to Brady in New England because the cupboard was bare.
Yep.
He stepped in, and the first day he was by far the best wide receiver that they had. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. So all of a sudden, AB knows he's not crucial to this mix, because he sees Mike Evans, he sees Chris Godwin, and he sees the GOAT tight end, right?
Yep.
Okay, so he knows, wait a second, I don't have the pull, I don't have the clout and the power that I used to have, because I'm just lucky to be here. And he said that the other day, and I'm buying that he's lucky.
Yeah, he is.
And for the first time in his career, he's playing for a team that gave him so little money that if they need to whack him, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, B.A. paid him out of his back pocket.
Right? He paid him out of his back pocket. So again, it was hard for the Raiders. They had to swallow a big old salary cap chunk, right? Well, for the first time, AB's on the shortest little leash, because, and to your point, if you fail twice with the GOAT, isn't that the end of you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I am buying what they are selling here.
Yeah, because because people look, Skip, if you can't succeed with Tom Brady, if you can't stay in line with him, because everybody else over 20-year span, no one on the offensive side has ever gotten out of line with Tom Brady.
No.
So if you can't stay in line with Tom Brady, what chance you got anywhere? So what can other quarterbacks say? If this guy can't keep you straight, with 6 Super Bowls, with all his accolades, if you can't stay straight with him, on the straight and narrow with him, what chance I got with you, Skip?
You can't say the league is not about second chances, I tell you that.
Second, third, league is about talent. Fourth, fifth. If you can play, they're going to find a spot for you, Skip.
Okay, Mike, we appreciate your perspective on AB. Thank you so much. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the games. We'll check in with you next week. But sticking with